IPMNation.com.
This is Mark Donovan. You're listening to IPM Nation, local outbreak on 100.1.
Everybody, welcome to Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet and IPM Nation. This is Matt from IPM Nation, and we're here at the studio at 50 Canal Street, as we are every week. TheStudioNH.com is the website if you want to check it out online. Funky little gift shop and art gallery, and very cool place to do some holiday shopping. Hint, hint. Yeah. Like I always say, please support your local businesses in addition to local music. Of course, we're also sponsored by Central NH Events. If you need a DJ, you can go to centralnhevents.com. Tim Martin does a phenomenal job. And, of course, Tweak Sound and Mastering, tweaksound.com. If you need some audio engineering and production done, you can see Mr. Matt Marcil. And don't forget, of course, Sonic Wallpaper, providing music lessons to some kids who couldn't otherwise afford it in the local area, based in Laconia now, and they're doing great work. And we have with us a return guest this week. We're trying to figure out before the show how long it's been. It's been at least 2 years.
I'd say.
Probably 3.
It's great to be back.
Mark Donovan is here.
Yeah.
So welcome back, sir.
Thank you.
So what's when you were here before, you were doing the solo thing then, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And has that just kind of continued? Have you played in any bands or anything since we last talked?
But yeah, I have a band right now
You
called
do?
Lucky and the Bandits.
Okay, cool.
And we've been playing out locally around Toad Hall, which is in Franklin.
Yeah.
It's a really, really rad place that's upcoming.
Yeah.
But we're taking time off right now to cut an album and
Oh, cool.
currently work on some new songs. We lost a guitarist, so
Oh, really?
you know how that goes,
Now, you brought some tunes with you tonight. Now, are these any of these with the band, or is this solo material?
This
or?
is all solo stuff from my latest album.
Okay, cool. And what's your latest album called?
Living Illusion.
Living Illusion?
Yep.
Okay. When did that come out?
That came out probably 3 months ago, I would say.
Oh, so it's
4
pretty
months
new.
ago. Yeah,
Cool,
it's
cool.
very new.
All right. Well, why don't we play something from that, and then we'll come back and chat. What do you want to play?
Cool. Let's go track number 1 called Wildflower.
Is that, okay, Wildflower from Mark Donovan here on Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet.
You a dreamer? Yeah. I don't see too many around now. It's been tough lately for dreamers. They say dreaming's dead. No one does it anymore.
I kinda like the waves washing over me. Kinda like the way that eternity, and though we're miles away, you're still a part of me. No analogy for the memory. Then you back again, like when we were kids. The summer's creeping in, wanna awaken to the sun. Wanna hear, wanna hear, wanna hear, wanna hear. 5 a.m. You back again, like when we were kids. The summer's creeping in, wanna awaken to the sun. Wanna hear, wanna hear, wanna hear. It's creeping in, and I'm tired of this time again. And I'm a wild, wild rolling stone, star child, stereo, gold heart. Light me up, light me up, let me know. I'm a wild, wild rolling stone, star child, stereo, gold
absolutely the most exciting time you could possibly hope in your life. Things have just started.
IPMNation.com.
Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. This is Matt from IPM Nation. We're here with Mark Donovan tonight at the studio. Actually, Mark and I were just kind of talking off air about how I was mentioning that in January, I was thinking it was already 6 years, but actually in January it'll be 6 years of Local Outbreak. So, long
time.
Happy anniversary to me, I guess.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. So now, the stuff we're hearing tonight, Mark. So this is from Living Illusion, you said.
Yes, correct.
And is that a full length or an EP or what?
It's 9 songs.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little longer than an EP.
Yeah,
It
I'd call it a full
album
length.
length.
Yeah. Where did you record?
I record at my home studio.
That's a nice thing to be
It's
able
much
to do.
more
Yeah.
efficient, on my own time.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay a crazy amount out of your pocket.
Exactly.
And
Do you do it all yourself? The
Yeah.
engineering and production
Yeah.
and everything. Wow,
Yeah.
good for you. Good for you.
it's much more efficient that way, I feel.
Yeah. Your previous work, was that also recorded that way?
Yep.
Oh, so you've always done that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
I feel like I'm just so picky,
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah.
when I do vocals, I want them to be like spot on rather than having someone pushing the buttons and be like,
Yeah.
let's do another take, and they're like, oh, we've been here for an hour.
Right. Well,
So-
it's nice that we live in an era where you can do that. You
No,
know.
absolutely. I agree.
Do you record anybody else there since you have those skills?
I don't.
or-
Just a couple of my friends, here
Yeah.
and there, like tracks together or something, but
Yeah.
nothing really, no. I would love to, but
Yeah.
no one's really pushing their music much,
Yeah. So for the recording geeks out there, what do you record with? What do you use for software?
I just use GarageBand.
do you? Yeah.
Make my beats on there, I make all my own stuff, it's
Yeah.
all authentic.
Yeah.
So, but just GarageBand, and
That's awesome,
The quality's pretty good, as long as
Yeah.
you know how to mix right.
Yeah.
It's on point.
Is it? Do you find it time consuming, or whereas it's just you, does that make it easier because you're not mixing a bunch of different people? Or
I mean, it can be time consuming. There's days where I'm on a track for a couple days.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
trying to get the mix right. But other than that, it's my passion, so I don't really consider it time consuming necessarily.
yeah.
It's my love, so I enjoy to do it.
Whereas you're able to record it all yourself, do you say at a certain point, okay, I'm going to start recording this now, I'm going to go ahead and record an album, or do you just kind of do it as you go, as you feel like?
I kind of been just, doing it here and there,
Yeah.
because you don't want to get too burned out,
Yeah,
and
true.
especially having it at your own expense, you can wake up in the morning and have a good idea, or be like, today I'm going to lay down the vocals for this track.
Right,
You
right.
know, and that's how it goes.
Yeah.
It's fairly easy. I feel like it's a much more relaxed environment that way.
Do you plan out what's going to be on the album, or because you're kind of recording as you go, does that change?
Well, actually, only 9 songs appeared on that album, but I recorded about at least 50 songs.
Really?
Yeah, but only 9 made the cut because I'm so picky.
Wow.
A certain vibe has got to appear on the album, and they
Yeah.
represent each other, and one after another.
Wow. So you've got a lot of unreleased material.
Oh yeah, I got like 3 miscellaneous CDs, like
Wow.
25 tracks plus on each one that
No
have just
kidding.
like never been released.
Wow. You could put out a box set
I
if
know,
you wanted.
I
Yeah.
could.
Or a digital box set, release
Yeah.
them all online.
Right.
Wow. Is it hard to, after you've put the work in to record a song, is it hard to say, well, this doesn't really fit the vibe, so I'm going to put it aside?
It
'Cause-
is. It is,
Yeah.
definitely. I have favorites, that aren't on the album, but I don't know, like you said, it just doesn't really fit it, and maybe when the time comes, it can go on something else, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just searching for a certain kind of vibe for each album now, where it's, back in the day, about like 7 years ago, whatever, I'd record an album and I put 20 songs on it,
Yeah.
and it'd just be so different, and
Right.
it wouldn't really have a certain flow to it,
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess I've just gotten more professional with it. And
Yeah. How many songs have you written, do you think? Because you strike
my
me as someone who
gosh.
probably is writing all the time. So, like hundreds, maybe?
Thousands.
Really? Yeah?
Thousands.
Wow.
I mean, we have band practice weekly, and I mean, I come with at least 3 new tunes.
No
each
kidding.
week.
Every
Yeah.
week?
Yeah.
Wow.
At least. They're not full songs, because I like to go. It's a hook and a verse, and then I bring it to the band and say, look, here's what I got. But
Yeah.
so I'd say I write at least 3 songs a week.
Yeah. Have you been in other bands other than the one you're in currently?
I have been in a few different bands. Side One, we're pretty big down in Florida and New Hampshire. We met with Drive Through Records.
Right. I think I remember you mentioning that last time. Okay, that sounds familiar now. Yeah.
We almost made it.
Yeah.
Kind of had a falling out. People don't want to put the time in.
Yep.
They more want to say that they're in a band rather than put the time in it. So
I always say I have an axiom. Everyone wants to be a rock star, but only as long as it's easy.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You got to put the sweat in, man.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't stop. You can't get discouraged. You just got to keep on going.
Are you from Florida originally?
I'm from New Hampshire originally. But
Oh, okay.
I've traveled all this place.
Oh, okay. But side one was when you were in
originally
Florida.
from New Hampshire, and then we moved to Florida.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. So you all moved together, huh?
Yep.
So at one time everyone was committed, but
Oh yeah, exactly. But then whatever, girls got involved. Who knows?
yeah.
People got undedicated, unfortunately.
yeah.
It happens with bands.
Any other bands that you were in?
And Deep Minds, that was a really great band too.
Deep Minds.
They had
You
been on the
guys
show before.
played. Yes, you guys played a local Outbreak event at
absolutely.
I can't remember the name of the place now.
It was before me, right before me.
Oh, it was before you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they played at. I totally. John Reif used to book it. I can't remember the name of the place, but it was a cool room
Good guys,
by
cool
Shawzer.
guys,
Yeah.
talented folks.
Okay, so you were in that. Okay. What else? Anything else?
That's about it.
Yeah. Now, how long have you been? What's the name of the current band again?
Lucky and the Bandits. We're currently named UFO, but then there's this band, I believe in Canada or something, or this old rock band from the 80s.
A very famous
exactly.
band called
yeah,
UFO.
And we didn't know that,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then, so we started posting stuff, and then started having little trolls on there, posting their UFO thing. So
Yeah.
we're just saving the drama, and
Yeah.
changing it.
Yeah.
Just to stay clear.
Lucky and the Bandits. It's
Lucky
called?
and the Bandits.
Yeah, I like it.
Nice,
I like
thank
it.
you.
That's cool. Now, how long has the band been around?
It's been around for almost a year now.
Okay, so it's still relatively new.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so it's not a big deal to change your name then. That's
no,
good.
exactly. No. We've only played a handful of shows so far, but it's catching on. It's really a good vibe.
Does any of your solo material make it into the band, or how does that work?
It does, yeah. A couple of my things make it into the band, but mostly now, having a drummer and stuff when I'm writing, I kind of picture, in my head this theatrical, music thing where I hear the drums and the bass,
Yeah.
So it's a little different now. I sort of kind of write for the band rather than I kind of keep it separate nowadays. But
Yeah.
sometimes still when I write a song, this sounds good solo, but man, it would sound so good live.
Yeah.
With drums and bass and.
Do the other guys in the band write? Because if you're already bringing in 3 tunes a week, it doesn't seem like they need to.
Not really. Yeah, no, they're really talented. Shout out to Luke and Ian. But yeah, no, I've been mostly the writer in it, but they're extremely talented.
Would I know Luke or Ian? Have they been in?
I don't believe so. Ian's been in Side One days since we're solo.
Oh, so you worked with him before?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
he's
cool.
one of my best friends. And Luke, we just recently met, probably 3 months ago now, 2 or 3 months ago, and
Yeah.
he's a really good guy. He's from Meredith, and
Yeah.
we hit it off, and he's been a drummer ever since.
So it's a 3-piece, just
Yeah.
the 3 of you.
Yep.
All right. So what do you do? All the guitar and vocals?
Yeah,
and-
I play guitar and vocals and play piano. And
Oh, okay. Okay, and then bass and the other
Yeah,
guys are
and
bass and
drums,
drums.
yeah.
Yeah, cool, awesome. Well, why don't we'll play another track from your solo disc, "Living Illusion."
yeah, let's slow it down a little bit.
Okay.
It's called Go Slow.
All right. This is "Go Slow" from Mark Donovan here on Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet.
Tell me we can get away. Tell me I can make it somewhere. Tell me that I'm out of place. I wanna spend my time here with you. Tell me you're an alien. Tell me that you're my best friend. Tell me that you think a lot. Tell me you love smoking pot. Tell me that you like comfort. Tell me not to mind the news. Tell me that you laugh and cry. Tell me all your favorite lines. Tell me Jesus was a Jew. Tell me that he loves me too. Tell me I went out a race. It's gonna come and save this place. Tell me that I think too much. Tell me when I'm out of touch. Tell me that I'm not alone. And tell me when I lose control. Go slow, go slow. Tell me that you're on me. Tell me that I'll make it someday. Tell me all your memories. Tell me when you disagree. And tell me your photograph. Tell me when your eyes set on me. Tell me that I make you laugh. Tell me and forgive my past. Go slow, go slow. Go slow, go slow.
IPMNation.com.
Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. This is Matt from IPM Nation. Actually, before we go any further, I should remind everybody that we do archive all the shows at IPMNation.com/local outbreak. So if you go to that, if you go to the page there, right on the first Local Outbreak page, that you'll see every episode that we've done since we've been here at the studio in downtown Laconia. And then if you click the archives page, you will see every episode that we've ever done ever. And you can find Mark's interview there. And those are in alphabetical order in the archives. So you can find the previous interview with Mark Donovan.
Look him up.
Maybe you can figure out when it was, because we're still not sure. I'm going to say 3 years.
I would say.
All right.
I say it right.
We'll guess that. So now, so in the time that we last talked, so obviously you joined the band. You've been doing plenty of solo stuff. Have you had any other musical projects going? You been in any other bands, or?
I haven't. I've been actually traveling a lot in
Really?
the past
Yeah?
couple of years.
Traveling and playing, or just traveling?
Playing, for money, like open mic nights and in busy cities and stuff. Me and my friends started traveling down the Appalachian Trail. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Yeah.
But it runs from Maine to Georgia, I believe.
Yeah.
And we spent about a week on that. And
Yeah.
we were kind of beat. We had about 65, 70-pound backpacks on,
Oh,
So we're
wow,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, we weren't fit for it. So we're like, we're like, screw it. Let's try to hitchhike.
Yeah.
I never hitchhiked before.
Yeah.
So we get on the road and we hitchhike. We made it all the way to Texas.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Anything
and-
weird happen when hitchhiking?
Oh yeah.
Really? Yeah?
Well, maybe not air friendly, but you meet some people with some interesting things to say and ulterior motives.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard
But you got to
stories,
expect it. Being on the
yeah.
road.
Yeah.
But being a guy, you don't really got to worry that much. You know?
Yeah.
But
So you got all the way to Texas hitchhiking, huh?
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and unfortunately my friend backed out, and we had to come home. But I found a stray puppy in Memphis, Tennessee, all beaten up, broken teeth and stuff.
Wow.
And so she's home with me now. It's been about 2 years now.
Oh, cool.
So she was just a little puppy, about like 3 months old.
How did you get back? Did you hitchhike back, too?
My friend actually came and got us in Texas. Yeah.
She's a hero.
Yeah, for real. For real.
That's great. So you were playing open mics and...
Yeah, a couple open mics, but mostly, in busy cities.
Yeah.
Just playing, making some money, because we didn't have a dime in our pocket,
Yeah.
So we'd pretty much depend on just like playing for money, make enough to eat that night, someone would pick us up and spot us like $10 or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
It was really cool, a lot of good people out there. People bash on, how bad the world is, which it is turning kind of evil. You know, I kind of agree, but there's a lot of love out there. You know,
Absolutely,
you just gotta
yeah.
find it.
Yeah, a lot of people would be just terrified to go and do that, to go and do what you did. Were you nervous when you set out on that adventure? Or
It was my time to go. I actually didn't really have a place to live in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
So I was kind of pushed out, but it was a beautiful thing. It made me such a better person inside.
Yeah.
It humbles you, you know, when you don't necessarily have anything to eat or, you know, or you're running out of water, you have a sip of water left and you're in the middle of Tennessee and there's nothing but farmland. You don't know when the next store is, you know.
Yeah.
Hours and hours of walking, miles and miles. You
Wow.
know? So it humbles you, you know, when you get to that point, you keep on going.
Right,
You
right.
know, and you will make it. You
Yeah.
know, you eventually make it to that destination where, you know, you can sit back, you pitch up your tent, you have that water, you know.
Yeah.
You're like, like another day accomplished, you know.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. It humbles you, you know, and makes you definitely a more appreciative person.
Yeah. Wow, that's very cool. Did you write a lot of tunes about that experience? And while you're,
definitely.
I bet. Yeah.
It definitely made me. I didn't write necessarily too much when we're out. I did write. I kept the journal, but when I got back and got to reflect on it all, you know, it just poured out. I wrote so much. I've done 2 albums since that trip. So
Wow.
it was a good time, and definitely for my own personal being. You know,
Yeah.
helped me.
Because you have so many songs, when you play out, do you write a set list or do you just kind of
I try, you know.
Because I would think with that much material, it'd be hard to figure out what to put in and what to leave out.
Yeah, absolutely. I kind of try to, you know, go to the place and feel it out. You know, see the crowd and see, you know, what they might be feeling.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to do it when you got so much material. You know, not necessarily write a set before you go out, because then it could be a completely different turnout than you had expected. You know, and you're like, oh, I don't know if this song will fit. You know,
right.
So,
What about with the band? Same.
we only
thing, or-
have about 10 songs right now, so our set's pretty simple right now.
Yeah.
Well, we're working on it.
For a band that's been around less than a year, 10 songs is pretty good.
We had more, but since we lost our guitarist,
Yeah.
we kind of had to regroup and reshape.
Are you going to replace the guitarist, or you just kind of keep it as a
It's
trio?
really simple right now, you know, with just being my bassist, you know, because we know music at a different level because we've been playing together for so long, over 10 years, 12 years now we've been playing together. So we just have this connection, you know, where I can just kind of look at him and say the chords, you know, and we just kind of link, you know, we connect.
That's cool.
On a higher level, you know. So I would love to have that rhythm guitar, you know, or someone to play keys full time, but like we were talking about earlier, it's so hard to find someone committed. You know,
Absolutely.
it's almost impossible nowadays.
Yeah.
Especially time schedules too. You know.
Oh, yeah.
So many
Everybody's
people have
so busy.
kids, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
or their work is strangling them. You know, so
Yeah.
it's hard. It's hard to find someone.
I had a band in recently, Pardon the Spins. I don't know if you know them. There's like, I think they're an 8-piece because they got a whole horn section, and it was just kind of the core band that was here. Only 3 of the guys made it to the interview, which was fine because less is more. I don't want to trying to interview 8 people, but I was saying to them, you know, how do you coordinate that, booking shows and practices and they said it's very hard, you know.
I can imagine 8.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, you know, like you were saying with schedules and stuff, you know,
They conflict.
yeah,
They really
yeah,
do.
absolutely. And everybody's so
8-piece.
busy. Yeah.
That's wonderful. I give them props. That's awesome.
Yeah. Do you find is it as satisfying playing in a band as it is doing the solo stuff, or
I personally like playing out with a band more than I like playing out solo.
do you? Yeah.
I feel more comfortable as a band when I'm looking up there on stage and I got that energy from the 2 other people, you know.
Yeah.
Rather than being up there by myself and all eyes on me. You know?
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I personally like it better, but I'll never stop my solo stuff, you know, because I write so much. And
Yeah.
I have it at my own command, you know, to where I can record anytime I want. So
Right.
I'll always do my solo stuff, but I do prefer to be in a band. I think it's much more fun to connect with, you know, other people and create rather than just do it myself.
Yeah. Have you recorded anything yet with the band?
We haven't. We're currently talking to the person that that we rent the band practice room from. He actually
okay.
records, and
Oh, good.
we're trying to cut an album, an EP at least, a good 5-song EP, and
Yeah.
have it pressed. We're gonna have it. If we do that, we're gonna have it pressed, sent away, and come back, so it's on a professional level, and UPC code, and
Cool.
be able to have it on more professional level.
Now, for your solo material, is that all available online currently? Or?
Most of it is on SoundCloud or YouTube. There's a lot of material on YouTube and
Yeah.
on SoundCloud
Yeah.
or my Facebook.
Yeah. Now, the current album, is that strictly online, or do you have physical copies that you sell at shows?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I have physical copies that I've just been honestly giving away for
Yeah.
free.
Yeah.
Just, you got to spread the love, I'm not trying to have someone spend, $3 to $5, on
Sure.
something that I worked for pretty much for free. I put my
Right.
heart and passion in it,
Yeah.
Eventually I want to start selling them, but I just love handing them out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have someone bump it in their car, hey,
Right, right,
for
yeah.
free. I
Yeah.
think that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Exactly. That's cool. Well, let's play another track from the album. What do you want to play next?
Cool, nice. Let's play track number 3 called Art of War.
All right. This is Art of War from Mark Donovan here on Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet.
The art of war is one of my favorite things. I pieced the puzzle back together from my dreams, and I can still see the stars in the sky, and I can still feel the heartache you hide. Alright. And they say deep within my soul there's a refuge of ghosts. There's a carved out place for a saving grace that I did not know. And I keep searching for the truth, and I keep searching for the truth. The art of war is one of my favorite things. I pieced the puzzle back together from my dreams, and I can still see the stars in the sky, and I can still feel the heartache you hide. Alright.
IPMNation.com.
Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. This is Matt from IPM Nation, and we are here at the studio at 50 Canal Street in downtown Laconia. And as always, thank you to Melissa for giving us this space to record the show every week. It's really, really nice. If you haven't checked it out yet, please do. TheStudioNH.com is a website if you want to check it out online. And we are talking tonight with Mark Donovan. And like I said, if you want to check out my previous interview with Mark, that is available, of course, on IPMNation.com/local outbreak, where we archive all the shows. And so what's your winter looking like, Mark? Some musicians kind of go into hibernation, and some try to keep busy to get through the cold.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I'm keeping busy, but I'm also already started working on another album.
Wow, great.
But like I said before, my band's starting to try to cut an EP.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working part-time doing masonry.
Yeah.
And just kind of keeping busy, but I don't want to work my life away.
Yeah.
I want to follow my passion as much as I can.
Yeah, good for you.
No really hibernation for me. I'm always writing. So
yeah, good. Do you have anything? Do you have shows coming up that you're playing out, or just more thinking about recording?
We've really been just settling down personally, like solo and band wise. We're just really taking the time to work on new material.
Yeah,
but It'll be up online once we start cracking again.
You ever play any shows where you do both? Like you do your solo set and play with the band?
No,
Have you ever done
yeah,
that?
I'm down for that. though.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, why not? I mean, if you can do it, what the hell? Well, Mark, this has been great. Where should people go to find you online to keep up with everything?
You guys can go to SoundCloud and just type in Mark Donovan, MarkDonovan, or go to YouTube and type in Ice as in, icicle, Pop as in like pop a balloon, and Frenzy. So Ice Pop Frenzy, all one word. You can check out tons of videos. I got hundreds of
Really?
videos on there.
Wow.
Bunch of acoustic stuff, bunch of songs on there, little videos. So
Is
you
that-
enjoy it if you check that out.
Is that all like spanning over several years? All
Yeah,
that?
probably
okay.
about 8 years now.
Oh wow, no kidding.
Yeah, so a bunch of stuff.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
You got a whole archive there.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Check it out.
Yeah, good. That's the way to do it. All right, and what do you want to play to wrap up the show?
Let's wrap it up. Well, there's currently an epidemic going around, and let's end this with track number 4 called Ghostly Pills.
All right, Ghostly Pills from Mark Donovan and his album Living Illusion here on Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
You got a face, you got a dream, you got a life, and everything just gets zipped up as a semen. Well, it is what you believe. You got a will, you got a feeling, got a mess, you gotta clean it. You're a wreck and now you're leaving. Count your steps if there's a reason. Saying I got a brain, I got a thought, I got one that you might just want. I got a faith you can't erase, 'cause I'm a scorpion, I won't stop. I got a book I haven't read since I've been filling the pages. I got a heart, I got a lot to back it up. I have a song, and no one wants me to keep dealing, but the ones that also dealing. If it happened to reveal, that's a chance it makes it real. I'm saying catch, there's a million to pick, and there's a morning that you wish your life just wasn't how it is, and there's a script and there's a trip, those ghostly bills that come and get up the nose and down the throat, a current state that I've been in, saying
IPMNation.com.